Welcome to New Lemuria, a world where humanity has learned to live in harmony with nature. A world where technology no longer separates us from the earth but helps us reconnect with it. A world where energy is clean and freely available, where transportation moves silently through the skies, where communities are built around cooperation, creativity, and the understanding that we are all connected. This is New Lemuria. For many years, through my own channelings, meditation and reflections, I have received glimpses of a future humanity that feels very different from the world we know today. In this series, I would like to explore that vision together with you, not as something you must believe, not as something written in stone, but as an invitation to imagine, because every civilization begins as an idea, every building begins as a thought, every future begins inside the human consciousness. And the question I would like to explore is this: if humanity could begin again, how would we choose to live? New Lemuria does not begin with technology. It begins with consciousness. The greatest transformation is not something that happens outside of us. It happens within us. A new world cannot be created using the same consciousness that created the old one. That does not mean rejecting everything from our past. Humanity has created many beautiful things: our art, our music, our discoveries, our compassion, our creativity. These are treasures we bring with us. But we leave behind the patterns that no longer serve us. Fear, separation, the belief that one person must lose for another to gain. The old world has been built around competition, scarcity, and separation. New Lemuria begins from a different foundation: one humanity, one planet, one cosmos. A recognition that we are not separate pieces fighting for survival. We are connected parts of one living system. When I imagine New Lemuria, I do not see endless cities covering the earth. I see something different. I see beautiful human settlements woven into nature, villages surrounded by forests, homes integrated with gardens, communities built around rivers, mountains, oceans, and fertile landscapes. Nature is not pushed away. Nature is invited back into our daily lives. The cities of today were often built by separating humanity from the natural world. New Lemuria reverses that relationship. The home becomes part of the ecosystem. The village becomes part of the landscape. Technology becomes a partner of nature rather than a replacement for it. At the heart of New Lemuria is a technology I call the heart core. The name comes from how I perceive this technology. Like a heart, it quietly provides energy to everything connected to it. Every home has its own heart core. Every workshop has one. Every vehicle has one. A small, elegant energy source providing clean power wherever it is needed. A home no longer depends on a distant power station. A village no longer depends on enormous infrastructure. Energy becomes something personal, local, and available to everyone. The hardcore represents a completely different relationship with technology. Technology is no longer something controlled by a few. It becomes something that supports all life. Transportation also changes completely. For short distances, we simply walk. The need to rush disappears. The village itself becomes the journey. But when we need to travel further, new forms of transportation become possible. I imagine small personal craft that I call skyplates. Silent, clean, powered by hardcore technology. They move gently above the landscape without roads, traffic or pollution. For travel between communities, larger shared vehicles called skygliders connect villages together. And for journeys across continents or beyond Earth, larger vessels connect humanity in ways we can barely imagine today. The purpose of technology in New Lemuria is not speed for its own sake, it is freedom. One of the most beautiful things about New Lemuria is that life becomes simpler. Not because we have less, but because we remove unnecessary complexity. Food grows close to where people live. Gardens surround homes. Community spaces bring people together. Children grow up connected to nature. Artificial intelligence also has an important role, not as something that replaces humanity, but as a tool that helps us create wisely. AI can assist with construction, help design sustainable communities, protect ecosystems, and help us understand the long-term effects of our decisions. Technology becomes the servant of consciousness. This first episode has only been a small glimpse. Throughout this series, we will explore New Lemuria in much greater detail. We will visit different settlements around the Earth. A New Lemuria beneath the northern lights of Finnish Lapland. A tropical sanctuary near Mount Merapi in Indonesia. A desert settlement near Uluru in Australia. A high-altitude community near Lake Titicaca in Peru. Each one shaped by its own climate, landscape and culture, but all connected by the same principles: harmony, freedom, creativity, cooperation, love. And the understanding that humanity is part of something much greater. In the episodes ahead, we will walk through its homes, visit its villages, explore its technologies, and imagine what everyday life could look like in this new human society. In the next episode, we will explore the technology that makes this civilization possible, the hard core. This was all for today. Thanks for watching. Until the next video, don't forget to Carpe Diem or seize the day.